Now what I want is Carrier to go lore accurate and lock fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Carrier fresh for the throwback?
No, but isn't that lore accurate if you're like alongside Kalista, you know, because Kalista has all that beef?
No,
it'd be Viego.
What? No, because
Viego Senna. That'd be the combo.
Because fresh imprisoned Senna.
Didn't he also imprison Kalista or something?
I don't know, but he definitely imprisoned Senna from...
I thought it was Viego that had something to do with it as well. I need to return to that particular Shadow Isles lore.
Yeah, I don't remember the Shadow Isles lore, but it's okay. I'm sure we
it's
got a lot of time
it's okay. It's okay. Folks can let us know. You can just write something down in Twitch chat. I'll make sure that I'm checking it out. It is going to be the Braum Lucian, which is one of my personal favorites. Favorite Lucian lanes.
We did just pick Nautilus into Braum.
Yeah, we did.
That did happen.
Well, Carrier has just back-to-back counterpicked himself, and he did not really care about it. Yeah,
I don't think he does. This is also farming Senna. If you are unsure, that is definitely something that it has to be explained, because this combo was what ended the last Genji win streak. If you remember, when
between T1 and BNK FEARX. Let's go. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game number 2. Time to see whether Carrier can win back-to-back games, counterpicking himself. And whether, like, if T1 makes it to 45 minutes, is it just done? Because you'll have Gumayusi shooting them from his fountain, and FAKER with 1 billion execute damage.
I don't think they need to get to that point.
As we're seeing a little bit of a battle here, but I'm going to go back to read the lore. Gumayusi could be in a little bit of trouble.
Gumayusi getting taken low. Carrier stacked up, but we'll be fine. I'm just going to... You know what? You just read.
Where is the Viego part of this? I'm done. I reckon you're right. It is just Thresh. There's no Viego part.
Yeah, so you're thinking of Viego and his wife and the whole Gwen situation.
As Doran is going lower and lower, but Sobero is down to 50 health right now.
Doesn't have his ultimate available yet. I would love a dive from Raptor here towards Doran, but Owner is covering that bot lane right now. Those are some very aggressive plays being set up.
Yep,
Owner is out of the curve.
Yep, they're slamming each other into walls, and that is just the quickest of cooks here for Doran. Man, that's like he was making like a salmon steak, you know? You really just want a real high intensity sear.
Just get all those off, definitely very annoying to deal with this. Doran picked up the kill. Are you like a reverse sear guy?
Yeah, I've recently got into it.
He's also getting reverse seared?
Yeah, this is the reverse sear as well, because this is Doran getting seared. He was greeting for a minion wave that he wasn't allowed to walk up to.
Doran, you have a job. It's to get POM, okay? I want to vote for you.
Hey,
he's like game number 1.
He's 100% kill contribution, 100% death contribution.
We cannot give him credit for the first kill. That was always jungler, okay?
I don't know. I see a 1 in the left-hand column, Chronicler. Where do you think the 1 is?
Don't you be a scoreboard, Andy. Don't you dare.
Look, I went to the school of Daniel Orks Harrison, okay? And outcome-based assessment is our pledge, you know? To stay unbiased. It's Emperor's Divide going to come on through there, and oh my goodness! It's the combo, and it works out gloriously as BNK not going to be able to find too much here towards the top side. His Owner is going to just shove Vikler into the wall. He's going to get convinced to leave this area, but already has done a fair bit of work.
Oh, you mean Owner? Yeah, Owner does have to leave.
Yeah, sorry, it wasn't Vikler. Vikler didn't really mind about the whole situation.
No ult for Owner, so not ready to worry. We're 2v2ing here with Jace.
Yeah, not sure about this one, as the exhaust does come on through. Gumayusi trying to stand his ground as Sobero flashes away. Gumayusi gets into the mist, flashes up, but he does get the heal. And still Gumayushi's going to be able to pick up the kill now, the Piercing Darkness. And look at the heals that come in the whole time from Gumayusi and Carrier. And Guma, get back here. What are you doing? You could have killed him. Instead, the red dots.
Also, Diablo was like, oh, kills for me. Sobero, as a challenger player does, tries to flip. Flip doesn't work. Very unfortunate. The exhaust really paying off there for T1. Otherwise, pretty sure that that play would not have worked out. The advantage, though, for Sobro is that he is a top laner, which means he has TP. So this entire wave is going to get shoved into the turret. He's also going to get tempted. Been the difference maker with how low this gets. Guma gets a 2-man Q, and then here, damage goes down onto carry at that exhaust, right? Like Sobro, especially in melee form, hard to get through. But just that little bit of extra damage could have been the difference between Carrier living and dying. And then here, I think he could have walked it off.
Yeah, honestly, like, it was the fact that Kellen got the heal and it felt so good, and now it feels absolutely horrible. As Raptor comes in, Gumayushi might be dead, as he's going to see what he can do, but the heroic charge going to be enough there. A supportal combat will complete the play. And out goes Vikla here as Doran says, no, not my lane. Sir, that is illegal.
So, I want to say that's still a trade up. I'm not sure. Depends on whether Sobro can catch the bot wave, but if he can...
My issue is, so this game is a bit skewed, is it not?
Yes, we have very clear skewing going on.
Yeah, and so like if it's even,
okay,
B and K are really far behind.
But I want you to look me in the eye and tell me, do you really think T1 isn't still going to fight every single fight?
Oh yeah, but the fact that they're winning is the huge problem, because I don't think that they should. As Carrier's going to find the hook. There's the Dawning Shadow as the Impale comes through as well. Diablo will get taken out. They will be able to trade one back because the Keeper's Verdict works out very nicely. But still, Raptor's going to get delivered to this turret. And even though they don't have a massive amount of damage, they are still going to try to go for the kill, but they don't manage to take down Raptor.
1 for 1?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Honestly, like,
that was fresh.
And I guess it was Thresh the whole time. All right, Vikla is just going to airball the ultimate. And now the kitchen sink is going to land on him. Kitchen sink and Faker's mom. As he calls her down, Vikla at least is able to flash his way out of any danger.
Well, he lives. You know, that's really all that matters. Would have preferred if he hit the flash and then the ult, so that at least Faker would be threatened, but
if he actually did go for the flash, though, he would have died
to Owner. Yeah, I guess. Thank you for small miracles, right? Is they are already losing
accidents.
The 2v2. Which is not great.
So that's another hook that's going to connect. Man, it's such a shame for B&K that Carrier got the counter pick Nautilus. As Vikla is going to try and get himself out of here. Raptor. It's going to work for the moment as Raptor comes on over. Doesn't really like his odds.
I do stand by the Raptor on Poppy. That's just the same build. I forgot who it was.
Oh, was there another one?
There was a third center.
Oh, golly. Was that earlier on? Well, we've got a bit of a fight breaking out here as Carrier taking a fair bit of damage. Over the wall goes the cullinged up
Doran!
That equalizer placement. Oh, Doran, POM time, baby! It's POM time for Doran as he picks up the double. And Sobro, he's there towards the top side. He's looking to grab a couple of plates before they dissipate. Got under a minute for that, but Doran's making his way back up there again. Have you got the sheet? You reckon it's time to ride it in?
Atlas is doing some serious
deliver. As T1 setting up for the Rift Herald here. Owner picking up rocks and stuff like that. And I'm still just a little bit upset at the fact that they're getting away with it. As there is a flash out of the way of the hook. That would have been an absolutely incredible hook angle, and I wouldn't have...
I want to say like 4 months, but he's back.
Oh yeah.
Domestic Doran is here to stay.
Well, there's international Doran's turning up.
Okay, even for me, this is a bit much. Okay.
I don't know. It feels pretty worrying.
Oh, it's just gonna give it up. Okay, well, you do have Poppy.
It's not Mountain Soul yet. Okay.
No. What are they? I guess they're waiting for 2 items on Diablo. I'm like looking for. Also, Sobor is really far behind, so I guess that was a consideration, but I'm not feeling too happy about it. I think you have to kind of fight for that.
It's also feats of strength that go over at the same time.
Yeah, I mean that's one. A soul point is such a big deal, though.
Oh golly. Jeepers. Good Yushi's damage.
Golly.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, gee willikers.
Who's willikers?
I have no idea. It's just a thing. I remember I heard it in a movie or something at some point in my life. Can't quite remember where. As Vikla looking for an angle. Gets the flash this time. They find another heroic charge into the wall supplied by the Azir. They'll grab themselves a turret as well. B&K, some signs of life here as they move into a gold advantage.
I'm going to lose the Otacon for this, it looks like.
Hey,
OTP on
this
Nicola.
gold lead is extending, though.
Yeah, that is true. I don't think that'll be enough as Kellen is watching it happen. Mid lane turret might go down as well. They can go for this for sure.
Well, they don't. They've got another pack of
wave's
minions.
here.
Yeah, so Otacon is going to be traded for an inhibitor turret in the bottom lane, and an inner turret, and an outer turret, and an outer turret in mid lane as well.
3 turrets? Wasn't Doran still underneath it?
Yeah. So it was the outer, inner, and inhibitor in bottom lane, and they almost get the outer in mid lane as well.
That's very worth.
Yeah, I would say so.
I still don't think the game state's that great, but that's a great trade for B&K.
Well, bless you, Faker.
Okay.
So just inherently, they have a fair bit of extra power. It's only 1,000 gold in the lead for B&K. But B&K have a whole lot more of an open map to work with now. Inhibitor turret down in the bottom lane just means that bottom side map control is going to be so much harder for T1.
This is gone. So T1, I also understand. Faker is approaching the breakpoint for the stacks. Not quite there yet, but that's not the end of the world. T1 setting up a trap in case there's an overcommitment to B&K.
Yep.
Towards this mid lane turret. B&K not going to fall for it because Diablo is probably going to finish his second item. Be feeling good about that. There is the IE.
And both of the people that he was talking about are in this game.
I know.
Isn't that
There you go. Don't let anyone tell you that we're off topic.
Exactly.
It was all a ruse.
Uh-huh. A cunning ruse at that.
A cunning ruse, Atlas, as the possible fight. Oh, he's faking it out.
Vikla instead crashes Shelly into a wall. And so just doesn't care about any sort of Rift Herald power whatsoever. She's just going to wander aimlessly towards the turret and die. Because that's what happens if you just crash Shelly into a wall.
Oh, RFC done for Guma now as well.
All right, there's the Flash Impale! Empress Divide does absolutely nothing as Vikla is just going to get executed by this dragon. 234 stacks, and as it comes in, T1 says it's time to fight. The Equalizer got Diablo out of that battle entirely as the minion wave is getting thinned out. Dawning Shadow comes through, that's going to keep Doran alive. And T1, they can just keep regenning these health bars over and over again. The power of this composition, if you cannot burst them down, is absurd. And now they're going to look for a Mountain Soul. It's game over, guys.
There's no shot you're winning as Mountain Soul.
Yeah.
One of the big win conditions that are still left for B&K are Poke from Azir and Jace. That's gone. And Diablo all-inning.
Yeah.
Also gone.
Yeah, big time gone.
So amazing, right?
Yeah. Good point.
The narrative vote, it's going to be Doran. I also think that in this game you can give it to multiple people, and in game 1 it was definitely Doran, so I'm
Oh, that slam! That was real sexy there from Ona. He's getting my POM. I don't have one, but he's getting it if he wants it. And it's going to be the lockdown of Sobero.
Honor hasn't gone on POM in like a series, Atlas.
I know!
So...
And he's the only one that can like realistically potentially catch up to Chovy. Although Chovy's going to, like, if he gets another 2 or something like that, or another 1, isn't it 1 and then he, like, no one can ever catch him? And I think now you can only equalize with Chovy. How far ahead is he?
Well,
he's
yeah, no,
400 points ahead.
It's not happening.
It's done. Yeah, it's over.
Zeus can Zeus still equalize with this home? I have 4 left? No, they played against NG at the beginning of the week. Yeah, no, it's over.
Yep.
Wow, what a shocking turn of events.
It is quite incredible.
Who could have known? Chovy good.
Yeah, Chovy good, guys. We're talking about him in this series, though. It's like it's a bit weird. We're not supposed to do that, Chronicler.
We're talking about POMs.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to. He's not playing.
Want to focus on the game, Atlas.
Yeah, that's what we're
a game.
Exactly.
Broadcast
T1
first.
B&K. Baron. That's what we're looking towards now. Rocks are being thrown around. Faker is flying around. Well, walking at the moment, but he could fly if he wants to.
He's doing some flapping.
Indeed. But as you can see here, Vikla is going to need a few extra autos to be able to get through even.
That's carry out, by the way. That's not farming Nautilus. That's a normal Nautilus.
Yeah, this one does have a locket, though. Sobero going to dive in on top of Doran here. Let's see who wins this 1v1. As Equalizer goes down and Sobero is just dead, ladies and gentlemen. Back on POM duty here is Doran. He's like, I gave you guys a shot, but now I'm just going to pick up solo kills in side lanes. No, I try to hide mine, though. Right. FAKER's going to get flashed on. That could be the opportunity here, as they do get a nice double knock-up. But that's it. That's the initial salvo. They almost got through it. Yeah, Dragon Shield. Owner is actually taking real damage, though. But here is the equalizer. My God, the value is disgusting as his Flame Spitter comes down as well. Now it's Gumayushi untouched. They manage to get the Impale off. Down goes the Skarner, but that is all they're going to get as Sobero. He's just looking to make his way out. It is a 1-for-4, and T1 will now march up this bottom lane. They can take themselves an Elder Drake if they'd like to. The Rift is their oyster.
T1 really playing it safe here.
Down the mid lane and win the game. But Doran does so much damage, dude. It is absolutely nutty. FAKER here towards the top side of the map, just looking to cook these minions. Get this wave in order. And the Baron, I don't think, is going to be addressed whatsoever here by BNK. Everything is so dark, and it is most certainly full of terrors in that jungle. FAKER flapping after Vikla here as a Hex Flash opportunity
that was
area, but doesn't find the angle.
By the way,
that was, oh God.
One achieve.
Yep.
That's a scary sneeze, Atlas.
1 minute and 20 seconds of Elder Dragon. Well, actually, infinite time of Elder Dragon because FAKER is there. So that's kind of permanent a little bit. It's a bit silly now that we think about it. Of course, you do need to take the time to get there. The Smolder's inevitability is reminding us of how that Smolder meta felt as that inhibitor turret going to go down, and BNK just watching their options slip away if there were any left to begin with. Mum goes down, and so do the Nexus turrets. There's a hook. Kellen going to be flashing away here as the equalizer has taken them to half health on its own. It's on, like they're almost about to die to just the equalizer and an Elder Dragon.
Turret's still standing, trying to hold on. And T1, still 30 seconds. They can try and play as the hook.
Carrier, that was so weird, but I loved it. He manages to find a stun onto Diablo as well. The Impale connects onto 2. The bottom lane is melted in an instant as the Emperor's Divide does nothing. There goes the Nexus turret. That is the clean ace, and T1 will scale their way to a 33-minute victory here in Game 2.